Messages to Australia from the Beatles.
It's over here.
Okay, here we go.
Hope it does.
Hello, Bob Rogers in Australia. This is John Lennon of the Beatles here. Hope you're okay, Bob.
This is Paul McCartney of the Beatles speaking, Bob. I hope you're still playing our records.
George Harrison here, Bob. Just like to say, I hope our current record goes as well out there as it has done over here.
Hello, Bob. This is Ringo. Hope they've got the LP out there and it's selling, and hope we can come out and see you sometime soon.
Kill it. There's only one thing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Messages to Australia, take 2.
What can I say? I can't.
Very
Okay.
quickly, Ian, saying yes and thank you very much.
Bob, this is Paul here.
Okay. Hello, Bob Rogers in Australia. This is John Lennon of the Beatles here. We hear you've been playing our records.
Paul.
Huh?
What?
We hear you.
Oh, sorry. No.
Take 3.
Hello, Bob.
Bob Rogers.
Hello, Bob Rogers in Australia. This is John Lennon of the Beatles here in London. We believe you've been playing our records.
Yeah, Bob, this is Paul here, and we'd like to thank you very much for playing them, and keep going, pal.
Yeah, this is George, Bob. Just like to say, we hope our current release goes as well in Australia as it has done over here in England.
This is Ringo. I'd just like to say we've heard such a lot about your country that I can't wait to get out there and see it all.
It's an open message to the Australians. Take 1.
Hello, Australia!
Hello, Australia. This is John Lennon of the Beatles here. Hope you're all having a great time over there.
This is Paul speaking. We're hoping to come over soon and visit Australia.
This is George. That's if you move it a few thousand miles nearer.
Hello.
That was Ringo, folks.
Well, what can I say?
And goodbye from all of us.
Well, this is Ringo. Everyone seems to have said everything here, so I'll just sign off by saying cheerio and best of luck from the Beatles.
Well, I'll say that the film, thanks for coming to see it, mate.
This is the speech. Now take 1.
As you know, we have been
I have to
away.
say you which is which. Hello, everybody. Hello.
Paul speaking.
Hello, everybody. This is Paul speaking. I'd like to thank you all for buying the records this year, because as you know, you bought the records this year, and it was very nice of you. It's nice to sort of think that somebody's still buying the records. So anyway, this is me, not quite signing off. Hello, no, let's go on. Let's think of something. I can't think of anything. You can't say it.
As you know, we have been away, John speaking, to Australia and America, and now we're back. Thank you.
No, okay, keep it going, but just say it. Yeah, thank you for the records. This is Paul speaking, everybody. How do you do? I'd like to thank you all for buying the records this year, because as you know, you bought the records this year. It's very nice of you. I'd like to wish you all a happy Christmas and a very new year. Over to John.
Over to John.
Over to George, I've forgotten.
Okay, I'll over to George.
Okay, go
Because John's forgotten. Okay, hello, everybody. Thanks a lot and all that, because you're very nice. I'd just like to say, I hope you enjoyed the film, what we made, because it was our first one and we tried our best. But a lot of people went to see it, and I think maybe you did. And we're making a new one in February. And we
So
don't
come
know
and
what
see that.
So come and see that. We don't know what it's going to be called yet, but it'll be in colour, and it should have many a laugh.
Green.
It's going to be green.
Quip John Jagger.
Quip John Jagger. And with many a laugh, we hope. And over to John. So thank you very much.
Over to Ringo.
Hi there, Beatle people. Well, I don't really know what to say, you see. Just thanks a lot for everything, like on the last one we made. And I must say the welcomes we've been having when we arrive at the airport after being away have been fab gear, man. And keep it up, you know. And a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you all. I'll hand you over to John now.
Well, bottle people, just like to thank you all for the ones that bought my book. I'd like to say a special thank you. And I'll have another one out in the new year, I think, I hope. So I hope you buy that one too. And thanks for everything. God bless you and keep you warm.
So nice to see you back where you belong. So
Take two, speech.
Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. This is Paul speaking. Just like to say to everybody, thank you very much for buying our records this year, because you definitely have bought them. We know by the sales, as they say. Thank you very much for buying them and making them hits. Very nice. And, well, one more thing. Happy Christmas to everybody and a very new year. Over to John.
Hello, people. I'd like to thank all the ones that have bought my book, because it's very handy. And also, I'd like to tell you there's another one coming out, which I hope you'll buy also. And thank you for all the birthday presents, because it was my birthday. Thank you. Over to George!
Thank you, John. Thank you. I'd just like to say to everybody listening, and if you're not listening, then you must have a copy. Something like that. Thanks for going to see the film, because everybody went to see it, or lots of people went to see it, I should say, and it was good, and we enjoyed making it, and we're going to make another one in February, and it's going to be in colour, this one, with many laughs and things, if we can, see? So thanks a lot, and over to Ringo. Happy Christmas, by the way, everybody.
Well, I don't know, what shall I tell you?
Over to Ringo.
Over to me. Yes. You see, it's like this. Give us a note. There you go. Oh, yes. I'd just like to say we were all amazed at the airport receptions we got every time we came back, because we've been going away this year, you see. Right. Yes. And we didn't really want to go away, but we had to, because we were sent. Yes, penny in the pound. But what, George?
What? Nice to be back.
Oh, it's lovely to be back.
Isn't it?
That's what I'm trying to say, you see.
It's nice.
It's very nice to be back.
Tell them
I know.
Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas, yes.
Good New Year to you and yours.
Good New Year to you and yours, and
Bonnie crew the
and Bonnie crew, fun. Well, that's about it. Happy New Year and all that.
And a birthday timber to listen to me. One plastic bag, one plastic bag, one very bad. One plastic bag, one plastic bag, one plastic bag, and a green bowl in a pear tree.
On the set. On the set.
On the
On the set.
Have a go, Joe, come and have a go.
And I'd just like to say, we hate you all, you little scrub scab.
I never said it.
Christmas message. This will be take 4.
Right,
three.
here we go, stand
Take
by.
3.
Partridge in a pear tree. Hello, this is Paul. I'd just like to... sod off. I'm getting all sincere then.
Take 4.
Heiser. Heiser is a cliff. Ah, hi, bird. It's a wonderful life.
Partridge in a pear tree.
Christmas to you. A Christmas to you too.
Play that then. Just marching and shouting happy Christmas.
You overdubbing on that? It fades away.
I don't know. Okay, over on.
No, that's George. Unless one of you want to say. Terry.
I won't believe this.
Say when, Chief. Oh, go on.
Oh, this is wonderful radio, Beatle people broadcasting on 188 parking meters.
199, sorry.
199.
Remember, folks, wonderful radio. It's Brendan and Shaw Pirates broadcasting night and every known transport CAF, sacred members of the M6.
Good evening. At this very special time of the year, Radio Beatle People brings you a very special World Roundup program presenting
the very special voices of many people from far-flung outposts of this septic isle. And now, our loving microphones are waiting to bring you sensual greetings of goodwill and good joy. Evening, well, how are you feeling? Good evening, Joy, you're looking great. That's all right, isn't
Now,
it?
for the first stage of our journey around the nation, we take you over to Bath somewhere. Cut.
Water
Here in the
flowing
heart
in
of
the
George.
city of Liverpool, we stop the mighty roar of bath water to bring you the voice of Ringo Starr, musician, philosopher, televersionality,
I think we'll change
and
the
a
script.
personal father. Oh, it's really nothing. Ringo, I noticed
It's
your
nothing,
bath is
really.
filled with rubber rings.
Yes, take two.
They use this place for the wrestling on Wednesday. Ah, but Wednesday is tonight, is Wednesday. I'm a bit tired tonight.
You're doing the script, dear.
Go on. Wait a minute, your script has slipped into the water. So it has. Not to worry. It can swim. Is there anything very special that you'd like to say to Radio Beatle
Behind
listeners? Not really. Not now that my script has slipped into the water. Thank you, Ringo Starr. And now back to the studio.
And now, in the distance, you can already hear the sound of gentle music playing traditionally at this time of the year by the peasant folk of Middle Woolton. You will notice that the band is playing music which is out of copyright, so that nobody has to pay any royalties.
Royalties.
Waiting beside our live microphone in Middle Woolton is John Lennon, sheep farmer, colour consultant, chain gang foreman, fighter pilot, and well-known table tennis wicket keeper.
Wicket keeper.
Okay, we'll have to do that again, studio.
I've lived here.
I have lived here.
In the picturesque... No, come on, do it sensibly, John.
I have lived here in the picturesque industrial industry of Middle Woolton, 25 yards. Yes, 25 yards. Man and boy, you know, there's really nothing very much with this fine old country of ours. But it's no good sitting us back and taking it easy, and thinking there's nothing very much wrong with this old country of ours. That is the attitude. That is the attitude, my friends. However defeatist. Defeatist. Like me, bring back the cat. That's what I say. Bring back the cat, and let's get rid
of
cut.
all these mice once and for all.
And once and for all, I'd wish you.
Hold.
Next page.
Next page, right, thank you.
Sound effect, rough wind.
And next we take you over to a wind-making factory in the suburbs of Dingle Garden City. Here we're going to listen to the Undersecretary
The university, wonderful job.
for the Amalgamated Winemakers Union, George Harrison, member of the Distinguished Order of Moss Empire.
Addressing his fellow workers. Thank you, Stanley.
Right, lads, this has been a wonderful year for wind, but we can do even better yet. We must put all our feet forward and our hands to the stomach pump, and our noses to the grindstone pump. The Japs are bringing out a new Gale Force 5 that's going to blow the wind of change through the darkness of continental Wales.
They never know that's not George.
Hands off the Welsh.
Exactly, brother. You don't know where they've been. And a blustery new year
to one and all.
to you all.
All.
And now, for the final jack in the World Roundup, we take you ever and ever to a rock and roll band somewhere in London, where a fan club is meeting to have its Christmas meeting recorded.
Right, let's try it again from the start.
Wasn't that right?
Yeah, no, because it's going to come out much better than that.
Oh, you
Of
couldn't.
course you could, John. Of course you
Couldn't
just messing
you?
it up, that take. You've got to do it serious, this take.
Yeah, that was
Oh!
That was really doing the job.
Yeah. Wonderful Radio Beatle people broadcasting on one internet. Okay. Now, you ready? Who's right? Come on, we're ready now.
Where's
Who's
George?
doing George? Go on now.
Who's
Just do
doing
it
Paul?
straight now. I'm doing me.
I'll do George.
Do you mind?
Recording here. Right, off we go then. Recording.
This is wonderful Radio Beatle people broadcasting on 199 meters. Remember, folks, wonderful.
Shut up! It's his go. Go on.
Remember, folks, wonderful Radio Beatle in Britain's first onshore pirate radio station, broadcasting tonight and every night from one.
Right.
I'm doing
You've got to do it right.
Come on, Tony's getting annoyed. You know what he's like when he's annoyed.
Remember, folks, wonderful Radio Beatle is Britain's first encore charter pacing. Broadcast tonight and every night from a well-known transport cafe, secret members of the M6.
Good evening.
No, come on, wait a minute. Let's start again.
I can't
See,
read
that's what I
that
mean.
straight. I mean, if that's what you're waiting
no,
for, I
not
can't
straight.
do it, man. You know, I don't
But
dig
It's
it.
aesthetic. It's aesthetic.
Oh, so, you know, make it stupid, but make it sort of good stupid.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
go on.
you
Yeah.
know, there's nothing you can do. What can you do? I'm
don't
not going
know.
to read it straight. I'm not doing it any other way.
Just read it out. Go on.
I couldn't.
Slowly.
I couldn't
Look,
read it out.
Remember, folks, wonderful Radio Beatle people is Britain's first. See that? Just reading it out, isn't it? Go on, you can do that. Just straight. You can do it, Johnny.
What's it supposed to?
Well, it's just a script.
When it was without.
Pardon?
But this is what I meant about it being better without a script.
Yeah, I don't
didn't
know.
have this, Tony, we wouldn't be speaking.
Yeah, but I mean, now, you know, the first one will do me, the first take. Yeah, I mean, this is, we just sort of balanced on that.
Couldn't.
What's
It's the big
this,
bit
you know,
that's
what's all
stumbling
this?
you, isn't it?
It doesn't
You
mean...
just can't act it. It's like a play.
We're off, folks.
Go on, yeah,
Go on,
let's
Tony.
go. Go on.
Go on. Okay. This is wonderful Radio Beatle people broadcasting on 199 parking meters.
Remember, folks, wonderful Radio Beatle people is Britain's first onshore pirate radio station, broadcasting tonight and every night from a well-known transport cafe, neared somewhere off the X6.
You mean moored somewhere off the M6, don't you?
Good evening.
Good evening. At this very special time of the year, Radio Beatle People brings you a very special World Roundup programme. Presenting the very special voices, excuse me for the interruptions, very special voices of many people from far-flung outposts, sorry, I'll read that again, outposts, of this septic isle. And now our live microphones are waiting to bring you seasonal greetings of goodwill and great joy. We're still waiting.
Whose go is it?
Evening, Will. Are you feeling good?
Evening, Joy, you're looking great.
Now, for the first stage of our journey around the nation, we take you over to a bath somewhere in Liverpool Cut.
Here in the heart of the city of Liverpool, we stop the mighty roar of bathwater to bring you the voice of Ringo Starr, musician, philosopher, television personality, and father. It's nothing, really. Ringo, I notice your bath is filled with rubber rings.
Evening, Will.
Yes, they use this place for a wrestling on Wednesday.
Ah, but it's Wednesday tonight, isn't it?
I'm a bit tired tonight.
Wait a minute, your script has slipped into the water.
Hey, who's that little old man?
That's the script.
So it has. Not to worry, I can swim.
Is there anything very special that you'd like to say to Radio Beatle people listeners?
Not really. Not now that my script has slipped into the water.
Thank you, Ringo Starr, and now back to the studio.
Cut.
And now, in the distance, you can already hear the sound of gentle music, played traditionally at this time of the year, by the peasant folk of Middle Walden, you will notice that the band is playing music which is out of copyright, so that nobody has to pay any royalties. Waiting beside our live microphone in Middle Walden is John Lennon, sheep farmer, colour consultant, chain gang foreman, fighter pilot, and well-known table tennis wicket-keeper. What are you talking about? What is this? Go on.
All right. Go on. I've lived here in this picturesque industrial estate of Middle Walton 25 years. Yes, 25 years, man and boy. You know, there's really nothing very much wrong with this fine old country of ours. But it's no good us sitting back and taking it easy. I'm thinking there's nothing very much wrong with this fine old country of ours.
That's the attitude of a defeatist like me.
Bring back the cat, that's what I say. Bring back the cat, that's what I say. And let's get rid of all these mice once and for all.
Cut. All right, studio. Cut. Thank you.
I think
Cut, studio.
I think I've done it.
Right, I think we just... Oh, look at this. There's just a little bit more, studio. I'd like you to try and run through this, right?
And next we take you over to a wind-making factory in the suburbs of Dingle Garden City. Here we're going to listen to the Undersecretary for the Amalgamated Windmakers Union, George Harrison, member of the Distinguished Order of the Bar and the former skiffle group darts champion, addressing his fellow workers.
Right, lads, this has been a wonderful year for wind, but we can do even better yet. We must pull all our best feet forward and our hands, stomach pumps on our noses to the grindstone. The Japs are bringing out a new Gale Force 5 model that's going to blow the wind of change through our darkness continent of Wales.
Hands off the Welsh.
Exactly, brother. You don't know where they've been, and blustery new year to one and all.
And now for the final link in our world roundup, we take you over to a rock and roll band somewhere in London where a fan club Christmas record is being recorded. He's off now. Could you just come back for a minute, please? You need it.
Right, cue, go, studio.
On behalf of all us Beatle people, I'd like to take this opportunity of thanking Beatle people everywhere for making the past 12 months another year for us.
Yes, folks, it really has been a year, and it's gone so quickly for us all that I haven't even had time to say, it's your turn now, Ringo.
I'd just like to say on behalf of us all that Christmas is very close indeed. Now, and if you haven't already thought about it, then it's high time you did.
Paul, you're very silent, considering.
Yes, I was just considering silently.
It's been another good year, considering, hasn't it?
Definitely. Seriously, though, we don't have much of a chance of talking directly to everybody in the fan club. And we really do want to say thank you for being people in 65.
And for all our birthday cards and for all the letters you've written to us.
For coming to our shows and for collecting our records. For coming to our shows and for collecting our records.
Right, cue,
coming out.
Cue. Powder's nose a little.
For coming out to see us at the airport and everything.
You know the airport.
Remember them?
Excuse me. Yes, all these things mean a great deal to us, and we appreciate them. We hope you go on being Beatle people right down through 1966, because we love you all. And now, as Christian in charge of this meeting, I'd like to draw it to a close.
Oh, that's me. And now, as chairman of this meeting, Congestion, I'd like to propose a vote of confidence for all the backward boys, without whose hard work and generous abilities throughout the year there would be no back room at all. Gentlemen, I give you a bit.
Tar.
Gentlemen.
Tar, sorry. Mr. Q Studio, right?
Pass the
Tar.
marmalade, Ringo. No thanks. Not for me.
A very special toast to...
Ad-lib
Yeah,
from
ad-lib
here.
from here.
Ad-lib from here.
Right.
Well, boys, did we thank them about the film?
We sure
Can you
did,
think
Ringo.
of anything we
Sure
haven't
did.
thanked them for?
Let me see now.
Remember, folks, wonderful radio Beatle.
How was that then, Tony, would you say?
Is Brit...
It's coming
Sensational.
on. It's coming.
Oh, we're on.
Between the two bits, we can get something. Can you finish up by doing something with the piano?
No, well, let's do something just
We've had the
sitting
piano
around,
on every
standing
year.
around or something.
We are
Talking.
standing
And
round.
trying to make something up. I mean, you know, something different up.
There's only thanks.
Just like thanks. Well, let's do that then, just sort of only different. No, anyway, only
Okay, go on.
just
say
to sort
thanks.
of try and get something else, you know, that kind be done. Is it
Oh,
still
are
going?
you going?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Thanks for the memory.
I thought we did that.
No.
This point.
This point's ad lib, folks.
Well, we'd like to thank everybody who's sent in sort of presents and cards and things this year, and who's bought all the records, what they've bought. We'd like to thank them all very much, and quite sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take you over now to John.
All these things mean a great deal to us, and we appreciate them. We hope you'll go on being Beatle people right through 1966, because we love you all. Now over
Right,
to
well,
Ringo.
thank you very much, John, thank you.
Now over to
We could just go right over now to the White City Stadium, where running in the first race is Ringo.
Well, what can I say? My slipped has skipped in the water.
Slipped or skipped in the water, right? Would you care to rephrase the question?
My script has slipped into the water.
You can hear clearly in the box, can you?
Yes, I
Right,
can
well,
hear
for the
clearly.
first part of the question then, we'd like to ask you who won the Fulham-Chelsea match in 53?
Fulham.
Yes,
Chelsea.
Yes, can I have the second part of the question, please? Yes. Could you give me the second part of the question, please? You're getting lost, are you? Right. Well, the audience is waiting tensely now, and here we have the second part of the question.
Where are you from, sir?
Where am I from? Barnsley. Barnsley is the correct answer. Now, would you please give me the third part of the question, sir? You've had those questions.
On your desk, you'll see an envelope in green.
Yes?
You'll see a little card inside. Take it out and tell me what it says.
What does it say? It's the Jack of Clubs. It reminds me, you know. When I see the Jack of Clubs, I know that I'm never going to win, because I need a pair of jacks to open. My first bet in a big Vegas deal was, and so I'd like to welcome back to the microphone some of the young lads who have helped us this year on the great charity drives that we have really been taking actively part in. Here is Mr. Lennon, who's coming to say a few words. Big hand for him, please. Thank you. Here he is now. That's him. He's thanking us, I think, for a productive year on the milk board, of course.
Thank you.
It's all right. It's all right. If you care to say a few more words, we might get something.
Thanks a lot.
Yes, right.
For everything.
Right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you see, it hasn't been a successful do, has it? It was all right up until the jazz band came on. They're not as good as they were last year, you know. Still,
Does anyone know this man?
no.
But you
no,
know him?
no idea.
You were. Do you know him in the box? Just look out your window.
Do you know this man in the box out here?
There's nobody there, Ringo. It's a modern thing you wouldn't understand.
So, all right, then now we'd like to hand you over to George, who is going to say a few words to you now. Go ahead, George. Thank you very much, George. That was very nice. Care to say a few more? Thank you. That's what's known as a lead-in, you know?
Yeah, I know.
Because we got to lead into this guy. We got to build him up big, this George character, you know, because he's, you know what I mean? You know, so we got to build this character up big, and we can give him star billing, and he can sing something like, how about Don't Bother Me or something.
How's that done?
Okay, listen, have we got enough, do you think?
Can you do finish off with something on the piano?
Oh, go on.
Round the piano, right, Tone, right.
You know that
Which
one.
one is that?
The holly and the mustard. The holly and the mustard went out one Christmas night. And what is it? How do you do that one? The holly and the... How do you do that? I don't know that one.
I don't know the tune. On the first day of Christmas, like true love baked a cake. Good blimey cake, good blimey cake.
Good blimey cake. Good blimey cake. Good
blimey cake, good blimey cake.
And a parson in his pear tree. On the second day of Christmas, my true love sent to me. Boo, boo, ba-doo, ba-doo, boom.
My God, we're not doing that, are we?
And a parson in his pear tree.
On the third day of Christmas, my true love said to me, one bed a humming, two sailors coming.
Good evening, it comes to you.
It's not so well laughing.
What's the Christmas carols anyway?
I don't know. But it's not, it's in copyright, you know. Is it? I don't know what. Yeah.
Jingle bells, is that it?
It is.
We did that the last year.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Jingle bells is
rock
out.
at this time.
It is, it's in, because we try it every year.
Sing it.
And they
No, what's
stopped
that
us.
one? Oh, that's Bonfire Night.
They don't sing on Bonfire Night.
Bonfire night. Bonfire night. All is
That's in
wrong.
copyright.
All is about
Not gonna ring on the bell, spare a firework, mate.
Is that in copyright? Knock on the knocker, ring on the bell.
I don't
If you haven't got a penny, then go like a bell.
I don't know.
That's the one, you know.
I don't know.
So knock on the knocker, ring on the bell.
What about Old Lang Syne? Is that in copyright?
Christmas is coming, the goose is getting fat. How'd you go? Please.
I don't know any of them.
I don't know any songs, I don't know.
How about Polly put the kettle on then? Stupid bastard get. Right.
How's it go?
I can't stay down there forever.
I know.
Was that enough piano work?
Well, to make a suggestion then of a song.
It's out of copyright.
Oh, yeah.
You could dial up information.
Oh, no, they wouldn't have.
Do you know that one?
Get in touch with mine.
You could dial up information. Say Christmas is coming.
But you won't get hold of me. You can dial up information, but you won't. Okay, then, this is it now. Here we go.
What is it?
I don't know. What should we have?
Let's have a cup of tea. Yeah, let's call this thing to a close.
Twinkled.
It's not one, is it?
Hasn't somebody written that?
Do Old Lang Syne if it's out of copyright. If it's in copyright, we'll have to take it out. That's New Year's Eve, isn't it, Raph?
It's New Year's.
What did they sing at Easter? They don't sing much then, do they? No. These days.
One of those things about, you know,
We've had jingle bells last year. What?
Welcome to the recording studios. Conditions in here today aren't what we'd hoped, but
we're certainly going to have a bash at producing another smasheroo Christmas record. Now, around me I've got gathered one or two of the boys. And here, first of all, to speak is Ringo. Come over here, Ringo. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, once again, I'd like to thank you all for the cards and letters and all the gifts you've sent us and for buying our records and for being just great fans again. Well, that's all from me at the moment. I'll hand you over to George.
Hello, everybody. Well, this is our third Christmas record now. And everything else is still nice, isn't it? I'll hand you over to John.
John. It's been a long time since I've spoken to you, and that's about all.
John, I understood you had a couple of words to say to us.
It's been a long time since I've had a chance to speak to you on this level, and that's about all.
Well, well, it looks like it's been another
smasheroo year.
Smasheroo year. And so we'll just wait for a sound effect then.
Don't forget to thank him about the film.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, the recording studio here today, we've had a couple of mishaps, and the plumbing went astray. We were hoping that we could get a little bit more out of the boys today, but I understand they had a bad night last night.
Pretty soon Henry was to find out that his wife had been made the widow by the former butcher of the village. She, of course, left unheard of. The next thing we knew, that Harry was down with the flu. Well, of course, we knew he hadn't been out, so where had he caught it? Obviously off her. Now, she was carrying it around like a bad thing. Over to the studio.
Thank you. Well, back here in the studio, conditions have definitely improved. Conditions have definitely improved, and it is certainly now looks as though we are going to get this show on the road. The boys are now tuning up for their record, and it sounds like George is in pretty good voice. It sounds like he is. Is he?
It's the first time
No,
I've
he's,
ever speak to
he's not.
Oh, man, listen. Oh, you can't
Someone
think
of
of
something,
something,
you know.
Well, that's what I said. I said, don't put
I know
it on
you did
till we
say
thought
that,
of
John, I
something, 'cause we
know.
stand here like soft Henry.
Well, fans.
This isn't the baby we used in the test, but we got Mrs. Williamson to slice up a fresher baby. And here there's the baby now in the process of being sliced. There you go.
Now, as you see, the smaller slices are the only slices that are allowed into the box. Now, all the bigger slices, like the limbs and the head, we keep out and we use in various other meat products such as PAL, Keno meat and other things like that. But you, the buyers, must realize that only the small part of this child will end up in your family frozen pack in your shops from
It's not a
Friday.
very pretty sight, I can tell you. It's not a very pretty sight seeing a little baby sliced up on a slicing machine. It's not too pretty, folks.
Do you mean those little sore white spots in the back? Oh, yes, I use Gumstead's arseholes.
Oh, yes, right.
Well, I think it's time to put the baby to sleep, eh, Ringo? Come along, Daz. Come along.
Well, down here at the station, the constable has just given me their reports for the evening, and the winner of the personality report for this evening, the best report and neatness taken into account, was P.C. Lennon. P.C. Lennon, please come forward and collect this year's award for the neatness personality report as down at the station.
Thanks very much for the prize. I must say I'm very happy to have it. It's the first time I've won a policeman. I'm going to look after him like he was my own.
We shouldn't have us laughing on it, though. It's so...
Cut that. Thank you very much.
The next contestant, stand up on the winner, please.
Now, I've come along there tonight from Blackburn, and I was there the other night at the Labour Club, and I saw this fella there juggling, and
You got
I
three
thought,
sons?
no.
You said no.
No, I didn't.
And who have you brought along tonight?
Well, this fella was at the Labour Club, you see, and I thought he'd stand a good chance.
He was
on
at the,
TV.
isn't that wonderful, ladies and gentlemen? The Labour Club.
The Labour Club, yes. And so here he is. Here he is.
And what is his name?
Yes, well, we've had trouble finding his name due to the fact that he lost his birth certificate when he was born, you see.
Oh, yes. So, anyway, for whoever he may be, it's knocking again. It's all very well to you to say we're going on the cheap holiday this year. Rowing boat, that's pushing it. I mean, in the middle of the Mediterranean, we're getting a cruise, all right, we're getting a tan, yes. But is it worth it, the rowing boat?
Main thing is, we've got away.
Well, we've got away, we've certainly got away. Where are we going?
Hey! Hey! Who did that? Who is it? Will you stop it? People trying to get to sleep here?
Oh, yeah, you were right, weren't you, about this cruise, yes? Ended up in a railroad siding. Ended up in a railway siding, yes. And in a rowing boat. You and your cheap holidays. What is it? What is it? Hey!
I can't really make out what they are.
No, I can't make out what they are yet, John, but you never know. There may be something there.
It's a ship. And now it's Starkey into the right corner with the left swing, and he's over to Lennon, and Lennon is on there, and he's over there now again, and he's hitting him with the bell, yes, and the ref's coming in now, and he's over there now.
1 and 1 is 2. I'll get that bum in 2.
1, 2, here, hey, 6, 7. I'll get that bum in 7.
Yes, it was a wise man who said Christmas comes but once a year, and when it comes it brings good cheer. Certainly come again this year. Where's all the good cheer we used to know? Maybe we're not pulling together, ladies and gentlemen.
Going to finish the job we set off to do.
Maybe we ought to all pull together with one concerted effort and put our party in the lead. If we could just keep going for another couple of hours, I'm sure we'd get something.
Has anybody mentioned Christmas yet?
We could certainly mention it on the next...
Oh, yes, mentioned it.
I think so far we've got a lot of little quickie shots from going from different sounds that we'll probably use, about 5 or 10 seconds of each, just sort of bring them bang in straight after.
Yeah.
You don't need humans.
The new record.
Right, put that on, that's lovely. Oh, copyrights and things.
Oh, watch the copy.
Oh, these are all sound effects.
It's a tune, though.
Copyright. It's bound to be copyright, that. We won't be able to use it. Who wrote it? Has it got?
It's that. It's what's in there. No, it's not copyright. It's those old
It's
thingy.
Star Spangled Banner thing.
Oh, can't it? Great, it can't be copyrights on the record.
Oh, all right. Well, we'll sing it then.
Dixie,
I wish you was a Dixie.
How's it
We'll do it again. We'll do the music.
All right.
We'll tell it first for you.
You know?
It's no good singing it. You have to do something over it.
It's on.
Welcome everybody. Welcome everybody to the Festival of Pipe Music. Here, in the Bavarian Alps, we always hold this festival once every 2 hours.
Hello, Fritz. We're having a bit of a loon up. Are you coming over?
Yeah, that was one of our German pipe players saying a few words to you. We've got him here on this occasion of Christmas, and he's going to say a few words. And now, Fritz Schwedelbrunn.
Hello, Fritz. We're having a bit of a loon up. You coming over?
Can't we have one sort of in the distance?
What's in the distance?
Well, also... Hey?
La 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 la. I was over in Dixie, oi 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 in Dixie. Dixie, Dixie, hello, Dixie, oh ho, hey, I wish you Merry Christmas, ho ho, ho ho. I wish you Merry Christmas, tum tum tum. We wish you Merry Christmas. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Arsteadfoot. This is the annual prize giving, which we hold every 2 hours. This is the prize giving now, where we're going to present the prize to the farmer with the most promise this year, Mr. Lennon.
Thank you. Well, my cow, as you know, it's one of the best of Hereford. The crossbreed is well known in Thailand, the kettle and the longhorn. Very breeding and a lot of luck to you, so thank you.
Thank you very much.
We don't seem to know anybody here, do we? Is that Charlie over there?
I think it is, you know, I think it is.
Hey, Charlie! Charlie, come over. Come on.
What?
See that bird in the corner, Joe?
All right, that's enough of that. Come on. What are you doing here? Come on. All right, come on, what are you doing here? Come on. What is it one of the three of you doing hanging around here?
Great sound.
Is he all right?
I think it was just a scratch, sir. Just a scratch, sir. It's just a scratch, sir. I think it was just a scratch, sir. I think it was just a scratch, sir.
Well, what are we going to do, fellas? Come on, we got to pull ourselves together.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to just now have a few words from our recording manager,
Mr. George Martin.
George Madison Martin. Here he is. George Madison. Come on, George. Say a few swinging new fab words for the Christmas market.
It's been a switched on year for George too, fab Beatle people, and we all hope you appreciate it. Here he is.
He won't talk, Beatle people. He won't.
Gone independent. 1, 2, 3, should all acquaintance be forgot and never more to run.
Hi, everybody. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Unforgettable, a program in which we hope to bring to you old songs, new songs, blue songs, green songs, any songs you want, you name it. We've got it. Sounds from the past, sounds from the all over the place, in every country, every race, creed. People are getting together at Christmas to wish each other a happy. And so, in this program, Unforgettable, we hope that you are not going to forget us and are going to join us in a little. Yes, thank you, Peter and Gordon. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Gordon. And here we are. Let me remind you, you're now at the St. Paul School Dance in the honored presence of Mr. Patrick Kerr and innumerable others. And now, to take the stand, we move over now to Martha and the Vandellas. Martha and Vandellas sing a little song called Heat Wave. How about it, Martha? How about it? Okay, that was the Beach Boys. I get around. Great. Now it's time for the old Golden Gases. And we have along here a celebrity at Radio Pauline. We have of the famous Peter and Gordon duo, we have Peter Asher. Peter, what is your Golden Gas you're going to play for us now? What is it, Peter?
This is Don't Be Cruel by The King, and this is my favorite blast from the past.
Favorite blast from the past? It's the King, it's Elvis. Don't be cruel. Take it, Al. Yes, sir. Yes, that was the King. It was Elvis himself. Elvis singing Don't Be Cruel, and that was Peter Asher's Blast from the Past. Here on Radio Pauline. What a great track. And now, coming up, we have that group that was once popular in the 1960s. It's the Rolling Stones singing Down Home Girl.
This is Ringo Starr, and I'd just like to say Merry Christmas and a really Happy New Year to all listeners.
This is John Lennon saying on behalf of the Beatles, have a very happy Christmas and a good New Year.
This is Paul McCartney here. I'd just like to wish you everything you wish yourselves for Christmas.
George Harrison speaking. I'd like to take this opportunity of wishing a very Merry Christmas, listeners everywhere.
This is Ringo Starr, and I'd just like to say Merry Christmas and a really Happy New Year to all listeners.
Everywhere it's Christmas, so this is John Lennon wishing you a very happy one.
On behalf of the Beatles, this is Paul McCartney saying, have a Happy New Year. And he's wishing you success and good health, 0267.
Madison wishing you all the very best for Christmas and happy listening in 1967.
Ringo Starr here.
Do that one I had, slow down. On 4. This is John Lennon saying on behalf of the Beatles, have a very happy Xmas and a good New Year.
Take 2.
This is John Lennon saying on behalf of the Beatles, have a very happy Christmas and a good New Year.
This is Paul McCartney here. I'd just like to wish you everything you wish yourselves for Christmas.
George Harrison speaking. I'd like to take this opportunity of wishing a very Merry Christmas to listeners everywhere.
Hello, this is Ringo Starr, and I'd just like to say Merry Christmas and a really Happy New Year to all listeners.
On behalf of the Beatles, this is Paul McCartney saying, have a happy Christmas holiday, and is wishing you success and good health all through 1967.